Greetings and welcome to SBN, the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Today we have the Seattle Pilots in town to play the Boston Red Sox. First of a three-game series. Gene Brabender starting for Seattle and Ray Culp for the Red Sox. We will be back with the starting lineups in about two minutes. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're doing the Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay. It is August 5, 1969. The Seattle Pilots come into this 31 games behind the Minnesota Twins. And the Pilots are in 5th place, only a game behind the Chicago White Sox. The Boston Red Sox are one game under 500, 25 and a half games behind the first place Orioles. They are in 4th place, and Kathy Harden has arrived. Great to see you, Kathy. We're going to start with our opening lineups for today. Seattle Pilots will have Tommy Harper leading off, playing third base. Steve Hovley batting second in right. Wayne Comer in center batting third. I got mine too. I got my coffee. Tommy Davis cleanup in left. Don Mincher bats fifth at first base. Jim Pagliarone, the catcher, batting sixth. John Donaldson bats seventh. He's at second base. Batting eighth is Ron Clark, playing shortstop, and the pitcher, Gene Brabender, a right-hander. He's a 1NR, 4 in the field. For the Red Sox, Sid O'Brien leading off at third. Mike Andrews bats second at second base. Carl Yastrzemski bats third and left. Reggie Smith is cleanup in center field. Rico Petrocelli batting fifth at short. Playing right field, batting sixth, Tony Conigliaro. George Scott will play first base and bat seventh. Russ Gibson, the catcher, batting eighth, and the pitcher, who's pitched very good baseball this season, Ray Culp. And in about 2 minutes, we expect the Red Sox to take the field. We're here at Fenway Park. Don't miss our afternoon game, our twilight afternoon game tonight at 5:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Washington Senators at the Chicago White Sox, opening up a series. Schellenbach will be pitching for the Senators and Wynn for the White Sox. Tomorrow, we have a doubleheader. The morning game at 9 a.m. Eastern U.S. Mets at the Reds, Tom Seaver for the Mets, Gary Nolan for the Reds. And then our afternoon game at 5:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Nolan Ryan for the Mets and Jerry Arrigo for the Reds. And in just a minute, we expect the Red Sox to take the field. Nice crowd here at Fenway. Yeah, the tweet is up. And the tweet is good. And the Red Sox take the field. Setting up the Sox defensively. Ray Culp on the mound. Catching him is Russ Gibson in the infield. It's George Scott at first, Andrews at second, O'Brien at third, Petroselli at short, and the outfield left to right, Yastrzemski, Smith, and Tony Conigliaro. And leading it off this morning, and my dice have been shipped, by the way. I'll let you know that. Tommy Harper. Okay, Culp is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Harper to start off the game, 2-9, and he struck him out. 1 down. Here's Steve Hovley. Left-handed hitter Hovley. And the pitch from Culp. 5-7, and that is a drive hit out to center field. Smith going back, he can't get to it, it's off the wall. Hovley rounding first into second with a stand-up double. Indeed, I'm looking forward to those. Kathy Arden. Hovley with a stand-up double here in the first, 1 out. Now Wayne Comer, the batter. Okay, Culp from the stretch. 2-7. Grounds it to second for the second out. Hovley holds. Tommy Davis. With Hovley on second, 2 down. Kathy Harden wants Seattle. Interesting. I guess I do too. I'd like to see them move up on the Chicago White Sox. They're a game behind the White Sox. They're in 5th place, Seattle. Okay, Culp. The pitch to Davis. 6-5. Struck him out. That's 2 strikeouts for Culp this inning. Side retired, no runs, 1 hit. The double by Hovley left on base after a half. Seattle nothing. Boston coming to bat. Gene Brabender on the mound. He's pitched some good baseball for Seattle. Leading it off for the Red Sox, Sid O'Brien. Okay, Brabender is ready now. Here's the pitch. 4-2. Fly ball left. Under it is Davis. 1 down. Now Mike Andrews. Brabender winds, and the pitch to Andrews. 5-9. Struck him out. Andrews is struck out swinging. 2 down. And Carl Yastrzemski, left-handed hitter, going against Brabender, the right-hander. Here's Brabender now. The pitch to Carl. 5-11. Grounds it to first X. That's for Scott. He's a 1. I'm sorry. Mincher, he's a 4. And he boots it for the error. A 1-base error by Don Mincher. It's 2 outs. Yaz on first being held. 1-12. Here's Reggie Smith, switch hitter, batting left against Brabender. And the pitch. 2-9. Grounds it to first, scooped by Mincher. He's got it this time. Steps on the bag, side retired, no runs, no hits. The error, 1 left. And after 1, it's scoreless here at Fenway. Great to have you here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. My hope is the dice will be here before the 5:30 game. It's scheduled for delivery before 10 p.m. or by 10 p.m., which seems really something on a Sunday. Okay, Culp facing Mincher to start it off in the top of the second. Here's Culp. The pitch to Mincher. 2-3. He grounds it back to Culp. He's a 1. 17-1, and he throws him out. 1 down. Now Jim Pagliarone, the catcher. And the pitch from Culp. 3-9. Fly ball right. Getting under that is Tony, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Very neat ball game to start it off. Here's John Donaldson. 2 outs, nobody on. For 5, grounder to short. Petrocelli, he's a 2. 19-2, and he boots it. Oh my. A 19-2 error for Rico Petrocelli. So with 2 outs, Donaldson is on first, and Ron Clark the batter. Woo. Culp from the stretch. 5-6. Fly ball center. That's for Smith. Reggie Smith gloves it. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. Middle of the second. It's still a scoreless ball game here. First of a 3-game series. between these clubs. Rico Petrocelli leads it off. I'll be making some coffee after this. I've gone through my first pot already. Here's Brabender now. And the pitch to Rico. 3-9, grounder to second. That's for Donaldson, 1 down. Tony Conigliaro, the batter. A courageous player after getting beamed like that. I think it was a couple of years ago. Brabender and the pitch to Tony. And there's 5-2, grounder to short. Clark throws to Mincher, 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, bottom of the second for the Red Sox. And George Scott facing Brabender. That's 3-7. Fly ball left field. Davis makes the catch, 1-2-3 for Brabender, and he's looked very good today. After 2, we're scoreless in Boston. We can go to the top of the third, but I'm going to make some coffee if you don't mind. It will be Gene Brabender leading it off here. For Seattle, Harper on deck, then Hovley. Beautiful Sunday morning, a beautiful morning to relax and play some Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball here. Covered on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Yeah, we make that coffee, yeah. Absolutely, Captain. Kathy Horton with us. Wouldn't be the same without her. I'll tell you that. In fact, there's been a game when you weren't here, and it wasn't the same. Of course, I understand if you're not able to attend, you have a life, you have your own life. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. The coffee is brewing. And Gene Brabender steps into the batter's box. Top of the third. Ray Culp. And here's the pitch to Brabender. 4-3. Right-hander, fly ball right. You're very welcome. Conigliaro going back, trying to get this. 14-3. He makes the catch. Nicely hit by Brabender. 1 out. And here's top of the order, Tommy Harper. Struck out in the first. We got a little nice pitching here to start us off on a Sunday morning. Okay. Looks like we're back now. Christ. 6-6 struck him out. Side retired. 1-2-3 for Culp. And we're heading to the bottom of the third. So that's why it's a good idea I keep an eye on this. Okay, Gene Brabender facing the Red Sox here, bottom of the third. It's going to be the catcher, Russ Gibson, leading it off. Culp on deck. Then O'Brien. Brabender winds, and the pitch to Gibson. 2-8. And it's a base hit to right. That's the first hit for the Red Sox today. Gibson singles. Thrown in by Hovley. Here comes Ray Culp now. He is an A bunter. The infield is in looking for that. Here's Brabender, the pitch to Culp. He lays it down, and it's a beauty. That's going to be 6B. Thrown out by third baseman. Tommy Harper throws Gibson, Culp out at first, and Gibson goes to second on the throw. A nice sacrifice bunt by Ray Culp. Very nicely situated. So the Red Sox have a runner in scoring position, and Sid O'Brien, the batter, 1 out. Here's the pitch to O'Brien. 2-6. Grounds it back to Brabender, and he throws it to first, holding Gibson at second. 2 outs. Here's Mike Andrews. Clutch situation. Struck out in the first. From the stretch, Brabender. 5-8. Fly ball center. Should end the inning. Wayne Comer getting under it. And he makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. The first for the Red Sox in the third. Left on base. After 3, it's scoreless in Boston. That Boston town. Okay, Ray Culp will face Comer, Davis, and Mincher in the top of the fourth. God. Okay, we're ready. Comer. Grounded to second in the first. Here's Culp now, and the pitch to Comer. That's 4-4. Grounds it to short for Petrocelli at 2. 11-2, and he throws him out. 1 away. Now Tommy Davis. Both pitchers doing very nicely here. Pitcher's duel, if you will. Culp, the wind up, the pitch to Davis. 6-12. Grounds it to first X. That's for Scott, he's a 1. 11-1. And he steps on the bag. It's 2 away for Don Mincher. The pitch from Culp, 3-10, grounder to second. Andrews throws to Scott, a 1-2-3 again. That's 7 in a row for Culp. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th, scoreless here. Harden for Seattle, for Boston. Seattle. Guterman for Seattle. Well, Carl Yastrzemski is due up to start off. It's a duel in Beantown. Indeed. Absolutely. It's a nice pitcher's duel this morning. Carl Yastrzemski is due up. He reached on the error by Mincher and was left on base. And I'm going to be grabbing a cup here as Carl Yastrzemski applies some pine tar to his bat. I'm going to go grab that right now. I also enjoy a good pitching matchup, really. And these are both 2 very good pitchers. Brabender, surprisingly good and effective for this expansion pilots team. And Culp, well, you know about Culp. Ray Culp, very good pitcher. That's good coffee. Whoa. Okay, bottom of the 4th. Carl is in the batter's box. Here's Brabender and the pitch to Carl. Oh, that's a reroll. 6-6. And it's a fly ball to center. Going back is Comer, and he makes the catch. Oh, it was a leaping catch. He seemed to... The ball was getting away from him, and Comer caught up with it. Wow. 1 down. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Reggie Smith. Brabender has been very effective, allowing 1 hit in 3 1/3. No runs. Here's Brabender. The pitch to Smith. 1-7 switch hitter batting right, left, and he flies it to center. Comer again in center field. And it's 2 away. For Rico Petrocelli, 0 for 1. Oh. Here's Brabender. And the pitch. 3-5. Grounds it back to Brabender. And he throws it to Mincher. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Brabender. So it's definitely a pitcher's duel here. Through 4, it's scoreless. Both pitchers have allowed only 1 hit. Top of the 5th, Ray Culp. Good morning to Mr. Terranova. We're always great to see you, Mike. Jim Pagliaroni, it's a pitcher's duel, Mike. Scoreless, top of the 5th, Seattle at Boston. First of a 3, August 5, 1969. Ray Culp now. And the pitch to Pagliarone. 4-6. Struck him out. That's number 5 for Ray. Ray really has his stuff. That's 8 in a row. Retired. Here's John Donaldson. Ah, that's good coffee. Wow. Love it. Okay, Culp, the windup, the pitch to Donaldson. 3-11, and that's a grounder to first. Scott has it, throws to Culp, covering the bag. 2 down. Great to see you, Mike. Hope all is well. Ron Clark now, 2 outs, nobody on. Flew to center in the second. The pitch from Culp. 3-8. Fly ball left field, Carl Yastrzemski. And the side is retired. 10 in a row for Ray Culp. Middle of the 5th, still scoreless. Both pitchers really putting on a show today. Bottom of the 5th, Gene Brabender will face Tony Conigliaro, George Scott, and Russ Gibson, the catcher. Okay, Brabender is ready now. Here's the windup, pitch to Tony. That's 2-6, and he struck him out. That's the second for Brabender. Now George Scott. I'm telling you, this is a pitcher's duel today. Brabender now. The pitch to Scott. 5-7. Grounder to second X. That's for Donaldson. He's a 4. Oh shit, that's a re-roll. 3-4. And that goes through for a base hit. So it's a 1-out single by George Scott, just beyond the reach of John Donaldson at second base. For Russ Gibson, the catcher, Culp comes out on deck. From the stretch, Brabender. And the pitch to Gibson, 4-7. And that is a grounder to third, stopped by Harper. And he forces Scott at second. Nice play by Tommy Harper. 2 outs with Gibson on first and the pitcher Ray Culp. 2 NR. Had a sacrifice bunt in the third. Gibson on first, 2 down. 3-8. Grounds it to third. Again, it's Harper. Throws it over to Mincher, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. After 5, it's scoreless. Ray Culp has retired 10 in order. Brabender will hit here, top of the 6th. Culp is ready. Here's the pitch to Brabender. 1-4, struck him out. Number 6 for Culp. Now Tommy Harper. He's got a decent ratio. Harper 0 for 2, struck out twice by Culp. 1 out, nobody on. That's 1-5. And that's a ground ball to third. O'Brien has it, throws it over to Scott for a 2 away. Harper 0 for 3 so far. And Steve Hovley, 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch from Culp. 2-8. Base hit. A 2-out single by Steve Hovley. His second. He's hit both hits that Culp has allowed. He's being held 1-10. Hovley on first, 2 down, and here's Wayne Comer. Culp from the stretch. And the pitch to Comer. 4-11. And that's a base hit to left, past Petrocelli. Hovley goes to second and holds. First and second, 2 down for Tommy Davis. Clutch situation here for Davis, 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded to first. Culp trying to get out of this. Here's Culp now. The pitch to Davis. 1-6. Grounds it back to Culp. And he throws it over to Scott down the side. Is retired. So Seattle had something going there. But 2 left on, no runs. Bottom of the 6th, scoreless. Scoreless ball game. Brabender has been very impressive today. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs. Top of the order for the Red Sox, Sid O'Brien leading it off. Okay, Brabender ready. Here's the pitch to O'Brien. 1-7, grounds it to second. Donaldson has it, 1 away. Mike Andrews now, 0 for 2. Struck out, flew to center. And the pitch to Andrews. 2-4, walked him. It's the first walk given up by Brabender, and it's the first walk in this ball game. So Andrews on first with 1 out. And here's Carl Yastrzemski. Brabender working from the stretch again. The pitch to Yastrzemski. 3-10. Grounds it to second, and that's a double play. Turned over so nicely by Donaldson. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk, none left. We're heading to the top of the 7th. It's still scoreless here. It's a pitching duel, and it's a good one. Ray Culp will face Mincher, Pagliarone, and Donaldson in the top of the 7th. Here's Mincher 0 for 2. Culp, the pitch, 4th. Grounded to short X, that's for Rico. He's a 2. 8-2, and he throws him out. 1 away. These pitchers just keep retiring everybody just about. Jim Pagliarone. Now, Culp did get into some trouble in the 6th, but he got out of it. Here's Culp now. The pitch to Pagliarone. 2-7, fly ball center for Smith, 2 outs. And now John Donaldson with 2 outs, no one on, top of the 7th. Pitch from Culp for 8. Grounds it to first. Scott waves Culp off. He'll take it to himself. It's a 1-2-3 for Culp. It's the 7th inning stretch now, and it's a scoreless ball game. We'll take about a 5-minute break here. to get ourselves situated. Something great could be brewing. Absolutely. Who knows what's going to happen here? We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. It's a chance for you to do whatever you got to do, and for me to do whatever I got to do. And when we come back, Brabender will face the Red Sox in the bottom of the 7th in a scoreless ball game. My name is Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Stand by. We'll be back in about 5 minutes to resume this ball game. We are at the 7th inning stretch. crowd is buzzing in Fenway As the Red Sox come in the bottom of the ninth, it's going to be Smith, Petrocelli, and Tony C. in a scoreless ball game. Brabender has allowed no runs, 2 hits. Culp, no runs, 3 hits. I gotta tell you, I felt yesterday's game, the night game, was one of the most, I don't know, kind of boring. But that's like the first game that I felt was boring ever. Now we come here, and this is a great ball game. A lot of it has to do with your own perceptions, of course. Okay, I got coffee. Seattle has Brabender, so does Kathy Harden. And Reggie Smith will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Switch hitter batting left against Brabender. Here's the pitch to Smith. 110. Lines it to second. Caught by Donaldson. 1 out. Fans are excited here, hoping for something. Rico 0 for 2. Brabender is ready. Here's the pitch to Rico. 3-7. Walked him. Second walk given up by Brabender. Of course, his endurance inning was inning 6, but it has not come into play yet. Tony Conigliaro with Petrocelli on first and 1 down. From the stretch, Brabender, and the pitch to Tony. 5-6. Struck him out. That's number 3 for Brabender. 2 outs. And here comes George Scott with Petrocelli on first, 2 down. Six-eight. Struck him out, and the side is retired. That's the 4th for Brabender. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. We're going to the 8th. It's scoreless here in Boston. Scoreless in Beantown. Top of the 8th, Ray Culp will face Clark. Brabender, if he hits, and then Harper. Okay, here's Ron Clark to lead it off 0 for 2. I don't see anybody on the on-deck circle yet. Here's the pitch from Culp. 3-10. And he grounds it back to Culp, who throws Clark out 1 away. Brabender is coming out. How do you like that? They're sticking with Brabender. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Okay, Culp, the pitch. 112, pops it up to second for Andrews, 2 outs. And Tommy Harper. 0 for 3 Harper, struck out twice. Here's Culp now, the pitch to Harper. 6-10, fly ball center X. That's for Smith. Reggie Smith going back. Let's see if he can get this. Yes, he makes the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 for Culp. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Brabender has gone all the way, so has Culp. It'll be Gibson, and then Culp, and then O'Brien. Russ Gibson leading it off. Brabender is ready. And the pitch to Gibson, 6-4. Walked him. That's the go-ahead run. Gibson on first. And look at that. There's a hitter for Ray Culp coming out. How do you like that? Culp pitched 8. Sparky Lyle warming. Culp pitched 8. He allowed 1, 2, 3 hits. What a performance. He walked 0 batters. He struck out 6, and he allowed no runs. He could win it. He cannot lose it. Sparky Lyle pitched in this game in real world. In fact, Seattle beat them 9-2. Lyle warming. Coming in to hit. Oh shit, these are wrong. He does not belong here. Coming in to hit, George Thomas, a right-handed hitter. Billy Canigliaro, very speedy, coming in to run for Gibson. And Tom Satriano will catch the top of the 9th. How do you like that? Okay. So Billy Canigliaro on first, the go-ahead run. Lyle warming. And George Thomas, the batter. Brabender from the stretch. And the pitch to Thomas. That's 3-12, and he flies it to left for Davis, who makes the catch. Canigliaro, Billy Canigliaro, holds. And here comes Sid O'Brien. Brabender trying to get out of this. Bottom of the 8th, no score. Here's the pitch to O'Brien, 0 for 3. 4-8. Walked him. One more, and Brabender is fatigued. And there is action in the Seattle bullpen. Nobody pitched in this ball game, and their bullpen is pretty rested. It's Bob Blocker warming. Their ace, if you will. He's a right-hander, and he is good. So it's first and second with 1 out, and Mike Andrews, the batter, 0 for 2 and walked. Was out in a double play. Big at bat here. Brabender. The pitch to Andrews. 5-2. Grounds it to short, double play, and the inning is over. Nice play by Clark. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, 1 left. After 8, we're scoreless. So just to set you up, it's Satriano catching now, and Lyle the pitcher. So it'll be, the battery will be Lyle and Satriano. Lyle is a left-hander. He'll face Hovley, who is a left-handed hitter. And he will hit. Hovley 2 for 3 today. Here's Lyle now. The pitch to Hovley. That's 5-6. And that's a ground ball to first, stop by Scott. Beautiful play. Throws it to Lyle, covering the bag. 1 down. Beautiful play by George Scott. The batter is Wayne Comer. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th. Scoreless ball game. Comer 1 for 3. Here's Lyle. The pitch to Comer. 3-6. Hit deep by Comer. That's going to fall in the gap. Comer doubles with 1 out. Comer with a 1-out double here in the 9th. Off Lyle. He's 2 for 4 today. And here's Tommy Davis. Lyle will work from the stretch. Davis 0 for 3. Lyle. The pitch to Tommy Davis. 3-11. And it's a grounder to short, 2 outs. Comer holds. And now Don Mincher has a chance, but there's going to be a hit for Mincher. How do you like that? He's a left-hander and he's not too good. It's going to be Greg Goosen coming in. He's been not feeling too well lately. He will stay in the game and play first base. Greg Goosen. With 2 outs, clutch situation. A right-hander facing Lyle here. Lyle trying to get out of this from the stretch. And the pitch to Goosen. 3-6. And that's a base hit. Right past George Scott. Comer goes to third and holds. So a little, not quite enough there to bring home Comer, but it's a base hit by Goosen. First and third, 2 down for Jim Pagliarone, the catcher. Here's Lyle now. The pitch to Pagliarone. 3-7. Walked him. Lyle has loaded the bases with 2 outs. And John Donaldson, the batter, he's a left-handed hitter. They may have a hitter for him. How do you like that? Lord, they're playing this game like there's no tomorrow. Danny Walton is coming in. A rare pinch hitting situation. Gus Gill will play second for Donaldson. But Danny Walton has power. I think I remember Danny Walton when he was on the Brewers. He was a good prospect for them. And I don't think he ever quite realized his potential. So, it's 2 outs, bases loaded with pilots. Lyle trying to get out of this. And here's Danny Walton, right-handed hitter. Lyle now, full windup, and the pitch to Walton. 6-8, struck him out. And the side is retired. So, no runs, 2 hits, a walk, 3 left on for the Pilots. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. And it's still a scoreless ball game. How do you like that? And Gene Brabender is still in this ball game. He's gone all the way. In the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Carl Yastrzemski, Reggie Smith, and Rico Petrocelli. I'm going to get some coffee here. There we go. So it's Gus Gill at second. Greg Goosen playing first for the Pilots. New configuration. All 4s. Here's Carl now. Carl is 0 for 3, reached on an error in the first and was left on. Here's Brabender starting his 9th inning. The pitch to Carl, 2-6. Swung on and belted to right. Going back, Hovley. The game is over. A walk-off home run by Carl Yastrzemski to win it for the Red Sox, and the fans are going crazy here. A walk-off home run off Gene Brabender. The final score is Boston Red Sox 1, Seattle Pilots nothing. What a game. Lyle gets the win. Unless Mr. Perota objects. 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs. The loss goes to Brabender, and it's a tough one. He threw 1 bad pitch in this ball game. He pitched 8 innings. And that was only the 3rd hit he allowed. He walked 3. Struck out 4 and allowed 1 run. The only run in this ball game. Final line. Red Sox 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Seattle no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Carl Yastrzemski, let's look at it again. 2-6 off Brabender, a right-hander, and that's as clean as a baby's ass. Mr. Perota says that Lyle is the winner. And we're waiting for the start of the game. My nomination is Ray Culp. Ray Culp. But we're going to wait for Mr. Perota. This was a great game. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kathy Harden. So glad. We're waiting for the start of the game. Brabender gets the loss. A walk-off home run by Carl Yastrzemski. For Carl, that is number 28. It ties him with Harmon Killebrew. And that was a big one for Carl. A walk-off home run. 28 home runs ties him for 5th with Killebrew, who's underperforming. Carl Yastrzemski with number 28. First pitch from Ray Culp. Knocked out of here in Fenway Park. And Ray Culp is the star of the game. No decision, but he's the star of the game. We hope you enjoyed this one. I want to thank everybody. Stephen Perota, as always. Kathy Harden, Gigi. And Mr. Terranova, and everybody else on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Stay strong. Stay well. And I'll be on at 5:30 p.m. for the Senators at the White Sox. Have a great day, everybody.